6:52 here, Big 550 KTRS. Karen Travers is our ABC News White House correspondent. Karen Travers, you need to explain this Chairman Nunes story because it's kind of in the weeds, but it's kind of unbelievable when you hear it.
Yeah, there's a lot to unravel here, and I think we might want to start at the beginning. Remember, last Wednesday, Congressman Nunes came out to reporters on Capitol Hill and said he had this big announcement that he was told by a source that as part of the routine surveillance of foreigners, there might have been communications of Trump associates swept up inadvertently. He said he had to go down to the White House and brief the president, which was curious because that's not the role of the House Intelligence Committee chairman. That, of course, prompts a lot of questions. Who gave him this information? Where did he see this? Why did he get this information? We now know that last Tuesday, Congressman Nunes was given this information to review, classified information, on the White House grounds. He won't say exactly where, just talking about a classified facility. He won't say who gave him this information. The White House also not saying who or why, pointing the questions back to Congressman Nunes. But notable, McGraw, that the White House cannot say 100% for certain that it wasn't from somebody within the White House. Why is this all important? Because he's leading an independent investigation as the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee into Russia's meddling, and the byproduct of that, of course, the potential connections between Trump associates and Moscow, and the fact that he's getting this information on the White House property. He's going down to the White House to brief the president. Democrats say this just doesn't feel right. He should not be leading this investigation.
He spoke to the media before speaking to the president on this.
Yes.
Then he spoke to the president. He has yet to give the information to the committee he's chairing investigating, right?
And Adam Schiff, the ranking Democrat, is livid over this. And let's just say Nunes never steps aside, and they do conduct this investigation together going forward. I mean, it's a pretty toxic relationship right now where you have your Democratic counterpart calling on you to recuse yourself, questioning where you're getting this, questioning all of your motives. Because you were a Trump transition team member, you were a campaign surrogate, and they just say he can't be impartial because he's too close to the president on this. And you're starting, I think, when you start to see the rumblings from some Republicans, not necessarily going as far as the Democrats, but just saying this just doesn't look good right now.
Any Republicans calling for him to step down as part of this investigation?
No, not formally, and I should say not yet. We'll see how this plays out, but the Senate Intelligence Committee is also doing their own investigation, and, there could be concerns that this casts a shadow over what they're doing as well. One thing that we're still looking into. 2 weeks ago, President Trump did an interview, and he said that he had information to back up his wiretap allegations and that he would be turning things over to the committee. He had some very good stuff. The White House still will not say whether or not they did that, and, of course, there's just a lot of putting pieces together of, is this that information? Congressman Nunes insists that the president's wiretap allegations are not true. That did not happen. This is something separate. But you have to think the way the committee chairman has handled all of this has certainly raised more questions than answers.
Karen Travers, I got about 45 seconds here, and the question is, it seems like every time Chairman Nunes opens his mouth, he puts his foot into it. Is there some belief or some thought that they're trying to get this out of the House and into an independent investigation so that they can try and get something done in Congress?
That's an interesting potential. I mean, they certainly can walk and chew gum at the same time, and whatever the Intelligence Committee is doing doesn't necessarily affect the entire agenda of Congress. But, I think it's the Democrats who want this removed from Nunes's purview, control, because they just don't think he's going to do a thorough job of it.
Just so you know, it's hard to walk and chew gum at the same time when your foot's in your mouth. Karen, ABC.
I will leave that there.
Karen Travers, ABC News White House correspondent. Thanks. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
6:57, Big